And now for a special announcement. In a galaxy far, far away, 300 YAs are gathered in a campsite like an hour away from Chicago. After 2 years of planning and production, it's finally here. We are proud to announce the return of Dr. Govind, Episode 2. Let's give a round of applause. As a brief background, Dr. Govind is a senior professor and former head of Department of Parasitology and has served as many coordinating positions in Malaysia. I'm personally so pumped to hear him speak again. Let us welcome Dr. Govind and absorb his fruits of wisdom.
Comes God in the form of Baba and reminds us that the whole thing is to get connected to the Atma. So when you get Atmic connection, what happens? You must ask as a youth, what's the benefit to me? Benefit to you will be that this gives you infinite potential, huge potential. It gives you incredible compassion. It gives you the height of the ability to endure. So what does it do? It gives you magnificence. Do you know the most intelligent person? Who's the most intelligent man on earth? Goal. You don't? Intelligent. Einstein. Einstein's, do you know how many percent of his brains he has used? 16%. Okay, do we have anything going higher than 16%? 70%? 70% going on. So 16%. Do you have anything going higher than 16%? Yes. Just say a figure. 25%. 25%. Anything higher than that? He used all. That means 100% of his brains. Okay, brilliant. So if he used 100% of his brains, that means he is the most intelligent man. Honestly, the brains are preserved in the museum. He has only used 3.6% of his brains. 3.6% of his brains. So if Einstein, the most intelligent man, has only used 3.6%, your brain and my brain, 0.0000000, tiny little bit of those brains. And we are managing everybody. You have to manage your life, you have to manage your center, you have to manage your family, you have to manage your bosses, and most of all, you have to manage your mother-in-law also. So when all so with all this, you are managing with 0.00001%. It's a paradox of the world that God has given us a huge amount, but we chose to manage it with only 1. So the point is, when we connect to the Atma, you find more and more usage of the brain, more and more usage of potentials. And in this world, do you know what is the meaning of the word Industry Revolution 4.0? Have you heard of that? Okay. So this is the new thing now coming on. I'm just letting you know. Most of the time, the Americans are the ones who bring it down and the Asians get the input. We're now letting you know the world is going to be swarmed by the new IR 4.0. IR 4.0 means the world is going to be swarmed by artificial intelligences and robots and Internet of Things and so on. So it's a whole new world. And if you're not going to be innovative, creative, you will not be in the frontiers. So what is important is Atmic connection enables you to become very creative. You'll be very creative. Everything will become incredibly available to us. That is what the whole power of this spiritual life is. Spiritual life is not something distinct and different, something that you wear white and white and then you enter into the bhajan hall and samasta lokha sukhino bhavantu and then do your gymnastics. That's not what it is. It is an integral aspect of life. It is a complete science. It is a science of sciences. It is a total science, and the way we live the life ensures and gives us a whole complete balanced life. That's what it is. So, how to be divine? Next slide. So, we are in the jail. The jail. We're caught. So, if you're stuffed, if you're suffocated, if you're limited, you're finite, you're jailed. So, I asked Krishna the other day, Lord Krishna, where were you born? He said, Suresh, I was born in a jail. I asked him, why were you born in a jail? You're a decent avatar. Couldn't you have been born in a maternity home or a hospital? Why did you choose to be born in a jail? He said, Suresh, where are you born? in a hospital. You think so? When I was born in the jail, my uncle was so loving. He wanted to squeeze me to death. That kind of. So as a result, the moment I was born, the jail door opened. I came out. My father took me across the river and dropped me at my foster mother's house. So when I was born, the jail door opened. I came out. When I came out of the jail door, that's why they call me Paramatma. Suresh, do you know you're born in the jail and you're still in the jail, and that's why you're called Jiva Atma. Can you see? So the whole idea is for us to blast our jail doors and feel liberated. This I told in the Faith Lift. You having this Zone 1 camp. We had a Zone 4 camp in Prashanti Nilayam, where all our countries, or youth from the Zone 4 countries all gathered. And I was asked to speak. So when I was speaking there, I said the purpose of Bhagavan Baba's is to liberate us. And the moment I said that, everybody put their hands up because the flower from Swami's altar fell at that point. Liberate. That's the key word. Liberation. Ability to feel happy, ability to feel enjoyment, able to feel bliss. So we need to come out of this jail. So how to do this? I'll tell you now. Use this yoga. It's a very nice practice. It's called Netri Yoga. Now, just put your hands together. Yeah, don't slap anybody, but okay. So now you'll be able to see a kind of a noise. Now bring this, only the right hand, bring it to the ears, like that. Okay, just do that. Keep on doing it, bring it close to the ears. Now this one you must stretch. One finger stretch. Yeah. Now bring this slowly. Fold this, and bring it here. You can see and sound now. Bring it and point it to your head. Yeah. Now look at each other. Yeah. Basically, you have declared that you have nothing in your head. Netri yoga, not this. Meaning to say, unless we unlearn the many things that we have learned, you'll find that we'll continue to believe the things that we have been told to us. So the idea is, but if I tell you you don't have anything in your head, you'll be very angry with me. So what they do is that spirituality is about unconsciously letting you know that the things that you have learned about yourself is all wrong. You have to drop this learning process and unlearn many things and acquire new belief systems into your system. That to say, therefore, now a new being is to be created. So this is the yoga practice. Netri yoga, remember? Huh? Yeah. It is you yourself did it. I didn't show that. You just... I am ignorant, I don't know anything, I'm not... Yeah. Okay, fine. Next one. Now, none can destroy iron, but its own rust can. Likewise, no one can destroy a person, but his own mindset can. It's only our mindset that is destroying us. It's only our own mindset. Next. So, first one. I hope you have brought... How many of you did not bring any paper or pencil? Very good. Is it because you heard yesterday's instruction to bring? Okay, so take a paper, pencil, and write this because this is very important. And this is what you're going to take back home and maybe paste it in your cupboard or paste it in your study circle, study table and all that. First one, if you want to be happy, if you want to be in Atmic connection, the first thing you should do is that from this moment, decide, be happy. Be happy. In Prema Vahini, Bhagavan speaks about happiness quite a lot, and I will show you this. So first one, be happy. From now on, nobody should disappoint you. No one should rob this thing from you. Omar Khayyam said the 2 tear glands are given to you for shedding tears of happiness and joy. Now we are shedding tears for hatred, anger, everything else except happiness. We don't have happiness. So therefore we are going along, pulling along. So I asked my uncle, how is things? Waiting for him to call. Ooh. Why are you waiting for him? Are you not doing anything? No, wait, I'm already old, I'm waiting for it. I said, okay. So, be happy, first one. Next slide. If you're happy, next slide. Sir, please understand, to buy an anti-depression pill, you need a proper prescription. Simply showing a marriage certificate and wife's picture is not enough. This is happiness. Some people have that. Okay. Okay. First task of a sadhana. Baba in Prema Vahini. It's a very powerful mantra. First task of a sadhaka is the cultivation of enthusiasm. Through enthusiasm, it can derive any variety of ananda. That's it. You listen to this one word, and this is taken from the Vahini. One word. That is why you must put the books under the pillow. When you go back home, get the Vahini or get any of these books, Swami's book, keep under the, no, I'm telling you seriously, this is what we do. Keep it under the pillow. The moment you wake up, there's a time when you wake up, you don't want to get up from the bed and you want to sleep, and that's the kind of thing. Then you think, why should I wake up? No, but then I can't sleep. Okay, so when you're in that mode, take that book out and read. When you read, don't read the whole book. Just read one paragraph, like this, for this one line. Just read. The task of sadhaka is the cultivation of enthusiasm. Check. Am I enthusiastic? Am I approaching my life enthusiastically? Am I getting up? Hey, good morning. Morning, sir. Morning. Wherever you go, good morning. Hey, you look cheerful. Why? What is so good about the morning? No, the good about the morning is the fact that I'm able to see you and you're able to see me, and that's good enough. Because the fact that you can get up and breathe, do you know how many people are not able to do that? Yeah. Why did you wake up? Alarm clock woke me up. You think so? You put the alarm clock next to a dead corpse, you think he'll wake up? So alarm clock can only wake you up. Alarm clock can only wake you up because there's something in you that wakes up to it. If the alarm clock you can put along with the dead man there, ring, he doesn't wake up. Simply because of the fact that there is no capacity for him to wake up. So this is a very important. Enthusiasm is the first thing. This moment onwards, you walk back, your face must be happy and joyful. Guys, otherwise retreats will be just retreats. People will just come and speak. One retreat after another retreat, and then keep on looking after that. You can't. You don't do that. When you in primary school, what happened in school? I love primary school. So until I remained in the primary school. Yeah. So many years. Yes, there you are. I'm in that primary school. Because I seem to pass that exam so easily, so I thought I remained there better. Why look for new challenges? So after 25 years, you're still in the primary school. So as what Dr. Bill Harvey said, no other choice. You have to practice. So anyone who comes and tells you anything, enthusiasm. Very cheerful, very happily. Yeah. It's okay, because when you do this, you find there's a glow of positivity in you. When you have that glow of positivity, nothing can drown you. Nobody should be able to drown you, because you are a Sai Baba devotee. When you have a Baba devotee, avatar of the Kali Yuga, I've picked you and make me here. You have no other choice but to be happy. See, so this is from Prema Vahini. Next. Whenever a person is worried, depressed, doubting he can never attain bliss, whatever sadhana he may do, he will never fulfill. Baba, Prema Vahini. That means to say, full of doubts, always, why, how, full of doubt, cannot go through very much. And a lot of people, they're very analytical. They want to analyze everything. I always tell them, too much of analysis can cause paralysis. So there's a time you can do, then just jump in and start doing. Do you know something? There are a lot of people, when you want to jump inside, you must have your resources, you must have the people, you must have the program, you must have the project, everything aligned. Everything okay? Then you take your step forward. That one is nothing. No grip, no big deal. Anyone else who doesn't have Sai Baba, who doesn't have God, who doesn't have spirituality, does this beautifully well. They don't need this. What is faith? The faith is, oh Lord, I do not have any resources. I don't know what is going to happen, but I want this thing to happen because my intention is to help. So I want to go. So when I take a step forward like this, you are very assured that God will put a plank under you. That is called faith. So this is called faith. So faith means that the knowing fully well every intention will materialize into something. So enthusiasm is very important. Next one. It's best the sadhaka under all circumstances be smiling, joyful and enthusiastic. From Prema Vahini also. Smiling, joyful and enthusiastic. Don't worry about your problem. Look, every problem that comes to you, there's a Maha Mantra that can solve all your problems. Suppose the problem comes to you and you always remember this mantra. This is a great mantra. What is it? Even this will pass, Namaha. Even this will pass, Namaha. Anytime your boss is scolding at you, when he's scolding, you are staring in your mind. Even this will pass, Namaha. Even this will pass, Namaha. When you get married, the guy is very fantastic. You go to back home and suddenly there is this mother-in-law or somebody there. And then what to do? He keeps on, annoying. You can't shift. You already committed to this marriage. What can you do? So, so there you are. Instead of biting your teeth and then look at the mother-in-law and in your mind chant, even this will pass, Namaha. Even this will pass, Namaha. It's a Maha Mantra. Every time, this is what, for the last 30 years, You must remember, guys, I came into the Sai movement as a youth. When I came in 30 years ago, I was appointed as one of the youth coordinators in Malaysia. 10 years, I was deputy national youth coordinator. I was doing my exams, my masters, and all these exams while I was holding a position and doing this. So there will be a lot of obstacles, lot of things. But every time anything happens, it's always this. Anything, any obstacle, even this will pass, Namaha. But don't repeat it or say it loudly in front of your boss. Because then you will pass. So the point is, you keep chanting it in your mind. Okay, next one. Even this will pass. Okay, happiness is not determined by what's happening around you, but rather what's happening inside you. You see the pearl. You don't know how this pearl comes in? Because in the pearl, once a grain of sand goes inside, and then that irritation causes the formation of the pearl. So literally, every obstacle in life is to be embraced so that pearls can be formed. So from this moment onwards, embrace issues, embrace problem with a positive eye. From this, then we are Sai Baba. See, we are exercising this. Why is this exercise important? Because then only we can get to the bliss side. Understand one truth: mental happiness and spiritual bliss are two different things. Many people think mental happiness is spiritual. No, mental happiness, that's why Swami said, if you can't even be happy with the things that you have, how can you be blissful and reach the other state? So we must be contented. It's okay, doesn't matter. Okay, fine. Brother Jaga used to give us one mantra when we were young. Make big things small. Make small things disappear. Make big issues small. Make small issues disappear. That's simple. So you must decide. You have got 1 gallon of petrol and 1 gallon of water. If there's two people are fighting or there's a discord, decide what you want to do. You want to pour petrol into the discord or you want to pour water. A lot of people like to pour petrol. Pour petrol. Swaha, Swaha, the fire becomes so big. But if you're water, throw water, squash it. So anything also you squash. So when you squash, doesn't matter. No big deal. Oh, it's okay. Even you go to Baba, when you say, Swami, this problem, like that, past is past. See, Swami doesn't say, what is your problem? Really? And then there's a one-to-one counseling and all, nothing. He says, past is past. Past is past. Do you know a lot of people keep the past like this inside? One uncle told me, Suresh, all this is good philosophy, Suresh. But what they have done to me, I will never forget. But he also told me, maybe time will heal. I said, uncle, you're already 85 years old. How much time do you need? One leg is already going inside the other, and you're saying your time will heal. How? So the whole point of the story is that we must forget. That's why in every tradition you always have this forgiveness. I'm sorry. Let's just finish. Sorry, I'm sorry. Doesn't matter. Even if he is wrong, or you are wrong, or he is wrong, even if he is wrong, just go and say, I'm sorry. Yesterday something happened. Possibly that something could have happened. It's okay, just leave it. You know why? When Swami Chinmayanda used to say this, he said, if you have an enemy, aggressively love them. If you have an enemy, aggressively go and love them. You will find very irritating. They cannot respond to your love. That's it. This is how you do it. You go to Shiva, and you stand in Shiva temple. Lord Shiva comes. My son, what is it you want? Mama, Lord, I'm having a lot of family problem. You having family problem? Yeah. What is your problem? I cannot get along with my wife. My children are like this. My children are like that. Lord Shiva says, look this side. And he said, look there. Who's there? Ganapati. Under Ganapati, who? Mushika. Mushika means rat. Rat and elephant are bitter enemies, isn't it? Look this side. Muruga, my other son. Below Muruga, snake. And below Muruga, peacock. Below peacock, snake. Peacock and snake are bitter enemies. I ride on a cow. My wife rides on a tiger. Cow and tiger are bitter enemies. And you think you got problems? My God, I'm right in the middle of problems when my whole family is in opposites. My whole family is in opposite, but in the presence of spirituality, everything becomes norm. Destroy your enmity. Don't destroy your enemy. That's the word. Destroy your enmity. Don't destroy your enemy. So how can you do that? That's why for Shiva, we never say Sri Shiva. Why? Shiva means auspicious. Sri means auspicious. So you don't use auspicious. So when you have a problem, return back to your auspicious self. Connect to Atma. Give love to the people who is opposing you. Give love to the people and you find they will be pure. Once I went to an island in northern side of Malaysia. I was giving a talk. That was a public lecture. 500 people came. And I said to them, whatever problems you have in your life is your own creation. And you can sort every problem in your life. And so and I told them how to do that in a technique. And so this lady wrote an email to me. She's a member of the public. She said, dear, by the time I got to my university, she sent an email. Dear Professor, you said every problem can be solved. Tell me how I can solve my problem. I live in an apartment. Upstairs, there is a lady who's above me, and she always drags the chair. I have been telling her, don't drag the chair. The chair is now, the sound is now driving me mad. The sound is driving me mad. I want to shift out from this place, but I don't have any money. 5 years I'm suffering like this. You told me that every problem can be solved. So how do I solve this problem? She won't move out. She will not stop pushing the chair, and I'm getting irritated and angry and upset. Every day this happens to me. Now you help me how to solve this problem. So I replied back, dear sister, thank you so much for the mail. Understand one truth. What? There's a law. Everything you have created is maybe not in this life, you have created in the last life. You have irritated her to the core in the previous life. So what should I do? It's there. Every day you get up, you say, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. I love this. Is the Ho'oponopono technique, which you know. So chant this morning, afternoon, evening, 9 times. Keep on chanting aggressively. Feel the love. Send the vibration in your meditation. Send. So I told this 3 months before. Few months back. 3 months later, I went back to the Northern Ireland again, and we were having a Sai convention, and this lady happened to come. I don't know her, but she came to me, and she said, you know who I am? I said, I don't know. I'm the one who emailed you. Really? What happened? She said, after I started doing this, on the 3rd month, this lady came to my house. First time she's coming and knocking on the door. She came, and she held my hand, and she said, I'm very sorry. I will never do this again. So she said, why? What changed you? I am now converted to Christianity, and Christianity said, love thy neighbor as thyself. So by basically changing her configuration and ability to love everybody, you find that you can change the circumstances and the situation. That means spirituality has the power not to give you just a happy life, but even transform the people who come in contact with you. That's the power of this. Okay, next one. So happiness. Love is beautiful because it is controlled by the heart, but relationship is very beautiful because it's a feeling that takes care of another heart. It's a very nice picture. Okay, next one. Okay, please read this carefully. Can you all see this? You cannot. So allow me to read for you. If you have food in your fridge, clothes on your body, a roof over your head, and a place to sleep, you are richer than 75% of the entire world. You get all these things? Yeah, that means you're richer than 75% of the entire world. If you have money in your wallet, a little change, and can go anywhere you want, you are among the 18% of the world's wealthy people. If you are alive today with more health than illness, you are more blessed than 2 million people who will not survive this week and die. If you can actually read this message and understand it, you are more fortunate than 3 billion people in this world who cannot see, cannot read, or suffer mental retardation. Life is not about complaining, pain, and sorrow. It's about 1,000 other reasons to be grateful and to be happy. That's it. So, you are happy. You have got everything. There's nothing that you don't have. And with this now, we should now leap into this one. So, be happy is the first one. Huh? Second? Yeah. You want to be worried? Yeah. For example, there's a funeral. Somebody died. And then, now I'm telling you to be happy. And then you go, what? Somebody died? Who's this? Uncle died? Yeah. So you won't be getting up, is it? Okay. Well, what can you say? But be happy. No, you cannot. That's not practical. So, yes, you must feel sad, but bounce like a ball, not fall like a brick. This is a philosophy. You go there, you feel sad, you feel, yes, 1 to 2 days, go through the grief, then bounce back 1 to 2 days. That's the idea. Okay, third one. Amazing. So, second one, be fearless. Second thing, fearless means no fear inside. Fear means anything you have the ability to jump. Because you have faith. Why? Because it is not you are doing it. That is what your one workshop which I was attending to. It's not I, it is Sai. You do it. It is not I, it is you. So when you have that, the fearlessness comes in. In fact, in the Gita, the first quality of a spiritual person is you should have fearlessness. So this is one great way of connecting. If you are very scared, cannot do this, cannot do that, cannot be this, then nothing will happen. Fearlessness must be there. So if you're daily meditating and feeling this, my wife and I go sometimes for a walk, and there's always this white dog, a stray dog, who bites everybody who goes along the way. So purposely what I'll tell her is, okay, let's go the same. So she'll ask me, why don't we go and choose some other path? I said, never mind, the dog is there, let's see. So I hold her, and as I'm getting closer and closer to the dog, I can find my hand, the clutch is becoming becomes harder and harder and longer. Okay, she gets closer and closer. The dog is there. So I said, chant mantra. Look, Swami, see Swami's mantra. We go through. Okay, mentally feel love, send love. Dog will come from there. At the corner of my eye, I can see the dog coming. Come very fast. He'll come close, and then you turn, and then he'll go back like that. Okay, but the point is, you can chase, you can even have an atmosphere around you that do not invite enmity. So be fearless. How do you do this? Number one, next click. So self-confidence. So there's workshop for self-confidence. Self-confidence is the first step to self-realization. I've seen mother, my son is very confident. Yeah, what does he do? He can speak, he can act, he can talk. He's so confident, so confident. Baba corrects this perception. You can be very good in your studies. You can have a PhD. You can have a big house. You can be very strong. You can be extremely powerful. You can convey and everything else. But that confidence is not confidence in the true sense. Click. You'll find that the word here is that this is the difference. See, self-confidence. What is the difference between both? Yeah. So what is the higher one and the lower? How do you differentiate these two? Okay, so I think you got it. So, bottom self-confidence, the bottom one, and up. Swami said the top one is what is called Meda Shakti. Meda means stage. Meda Shakti means I can perform on the stage. I'm very good. I'm this one. Fantastic. It's incredible. But there will be no self-inquiry. You do not know who you are. You don't care about what is going to happen after death and so on. There's no soul in life. You spend entire life like that. That's self-confidence. That's one part. That is why even people who have got everything, you find they have many, many funny tendencies coming inside because there's no equilibrium. But Swami is talking about self-confidence. What confidence? That I am the Atma. So I am the Atma. You will find that I can have everything, but I will not be consumed by it. This confidence must be there. This is the self-confidence. So this confidence can only come from Buddhi Shakti. Buddhi means intelligence here, connected to the Atma. So in the Pancha Kosha, the Vijnanamaya Kosha, which is the intelligent sheet, is connected to the Atma. So you'll find that amazing confidence that whatever said and done, there is God. It's okay, there is God. It's just like one family went to grandmother's house, and my grandmother cooked food for everybody, and everybody was about to eat when the father said, son, daughter, remember your prayers? The son said, Papa, nothing to pray for. This one, grandmother cooked, mother didn't cook, it seems. So the food should be okay. So self-confidence is the ability for the fact that you are relying on the Atma. Okay, next one. So, 3 things that you need to know, and this is very powerful. Fearless. These are 3 statements. If you follow these 3 statements, the fearlessness will come in. Number 1, click. Whatever happens, I will commit to Swami's word. Whatever happens, I will commit to Swami's word. It's very powerful. Fearless. Whatever, any work that comes, I'll say yes to Swami's work first. Make that resolution. No, can you commit? No, I can't commit. You know why? Because I've just got into a new job. I have to. But how did you get into the new job? God gave. Then don't you have gratitude to come back to? Yeah, I know, but there are some people. I got just married. Wow. And then they for years they stay with. What happened? I'm married. Oh. So, my friends, do you know there's a truth? You keep on going to Swami, you'll find your things will become better and better. You'll have a big house. Everything will be thrown to you. Even with all these things, do you still have the temptation will be there, but can you still commit? That is the thing. So, first commitment you must have is commit to the mission of Satisai. Commit to Bhagavan's mission, because committing to Swami's mission will keep you in continuous prayers, will continuously keep you in meditation. You don't have to think about anything. I found out, I calculated all these things. You sit down, do all these things. But if I'm doing the mission work, continuously you're thinking about him. You've got no other thing to worry about. So what to do? So you go back to your leaders and, is there anything else to do? Is there something to do? I'm so busy, I cannot commit to anything. When you cannot commit to anything and yet you commit, that is called sacrifice. When you have finished everything and retired, nothing else to do, excuse me, is there anything for me to do? Yeah, that's okay, you got free time, okay, no problem. When you are not able to do, yet you commit, the capacity is large, huge. The ability to give to Bhagavan. It's very important, because when you do that, he will start giving things back to you. I know a friend of mine, a classmate of mine. Well, how do you get to university? Do you have to do A-levels, right? What is it in your country? Is it called A-levels? What is it? SAT. SAT, okay. So in our country, we call it A levels, but in your country, you call it SAT. So I had a friend who did A levels, and after doing the A levels exam, he failed. He had only, out of 5 papers, 3 was failure. He had only 2 general pass, and he was miserable. So he came back home. Of course, being an Indian family, they will blame everything else, including the horoscope. You know, the Ketu look that side, and the Saturn. Okay, so there you are. So what happened was, so the father told him, why don't you repeat the exam? So he repeated one more time, and he had a slightly improved results, which is, again, he didn't do well. So no university gave him a seat. Okay, at this juncture, he was sitting in the science stream. He was doing science stream. So science stream, he went to a career guidance counselor. The career guidance counselor told him never to take science. You have proven beyond doubt that science is not the subject, the career guidance counselor told him. So now he's totally lost, not sure. Of course, there'll be a lot of relatives who unnecessarily will give you a lot of advice, even without asking. So they'll ring you up and tell you, you must do this, you must do that, you must do this, take up law, take up accountancy, so many different types of things. So he didn't know what to do. He didn't know what to do. What do you think he should be doing? Can he take some other course? What would you advise? Take up some other things. Example? Take up arts, because you have proven beyond doubt that you're not capable of this one. Can he go and work first, maybe? Enter job and do something, yeah. So all these advices was given to him. So one day he went into his father's room, and his father, they're very close, but he opened the father's door and he saw his father crying. And the father's tears, because he was the eldest in the family, so the father wanted him to go for medicine. But unfortunately, father said, because of the results, I think you cannot go for medicine, you can take medicine. So basically, he was totally lost. He didn't take, he was failed 2 times, so he didn't know what to do. But he closed the door and he started thinking now, okay, what is it? What is it that he must now do? What is it that he now should change? Failed 2 times, no hope, nothing else to do. Then he thought, but because he saw the parents' tearful eyes, he decided. And his father wanted him to call a doctor. So he decided, okay, from this moment onwards, whatever happens, something will happen. And the boy said, he will make his parents proud by studying for some degree or higher degree. So he joined a college, and he he studied in that college very, very miserably. And he went through, and then finally he did another postdoc program, and then he went and got a master's work. He did some research work. He got a scholarship and went for his doctorate. And when he went for his PhD, he was so earnest to return back home. This university was away to another country. He finished that PhD in, most people will finish it 4 years or 5 years, but he finished it in 2 years and came back. And when he came back, the Malaysian government gave him National Young Scientist Award. And then there's a string of 14, 15 awards that he has won all this while. And he now works in a public university, teaching medical doctors how to be doctors. So this is my story. I'm a failure. Yeah. So, but the trick of the game is, whatever that happened in their life, when I was in the college, I was sitting right at the back. Then Brother Jagadishan came into my college to talk about Hinduism. So I was sitting at the back, I listened to him, wow, this man had charisma, he had this. So literally, I followed him back to the Sai Center. And then I got involved in the Sai activities, Sai program. So I began to go into Sai Seva, this one. I was not too fascinated by Bhagavan Baba, I'm telling you honestly. It was, for me, the Swamiji must be beard and this. And so now this Afro thing is not something. So I was not too, comfortable. But I liked the idea of working social work. So we did continue to do social work. But there you are. When you continuously work for the mission, continuously do, things happen in your system. So the intelligence developed, other things developed, so many other things developed, and so you finally reach your destination, but your heart, head, and hands are all the time doing Bhagavan's work. Entertaining talks, giving this one, doing social work. So the whole idea is, if you keep on doing this, you commit to Swami's work, whatever it is. If you have a problem, don't worry about the problem. Just keep on engaging in it. You find your problem will take care by itself. Why you have the problem? You have the problem because of your karma. But you now need to resolve your karma by dedicating your time and energy. You find your karma will be resolved. The problem with people is they go to this problem side and get wrapped inside and get sorrow, misery. The medicine is that side. But here we are. So you pull yourself away and be there and continuously do the work. Somehow this settles by itself. I'm a living proof of this particular point because I know what failure means. Really, I failed many things very, very badly at that period of time. So I can even write a book on failure. I must have been I must have gone around the world talking about this failure and a result of why Baba. Because when Swami touches, a street dog can be turned into a street light. When Swami touches. This is the words of another brother of mine in Malaysia, Billy Fong. He always used to say, street dog to a street lamb. This is what it is. All we need is Swami's grace. Touch it, that's it. You're finished. So, whatever happens, I will commit to Sai work. In whichever situation, I will uphold Sai ideals. Swami, what is your ideal? Yeah, live a purposeful life. Live an ideal life. 70th birthday, Bhagavan said, if you're my devotee, don't eat meat. If you're my devotee, don't take alcohol. If you're my devotee, don't take cigarette. Swami said that. Okay, now you're with your friends. You finish your bhajan. When I was in UK, somebody said, I'll meet you at Shakespeare. I thought Shakespeare is a library. Then he said, no, Shakespeare is the name of the pub. So I said, I'm sorry, I don't come. But there you are. So people are there. Okay, come on, take one glass. Now people go to people's house. 7-Up? No. Would you like to have some Coca-Cola? No. Orange juice? No. Syrup? No syrup. Whiskey water? No water. No, because we are pure. You want it concentrated. Yeah. So now, there you are. But this is the ideal. Now, watch where he is. He's where he is. You have to lock him in the heart. So don't put him in the Sai center. You must lock him in the system, in the heart. When you're locking the heart, when you're about to do this, this one conscience will come inside. You'll feel a little bit, uneasy. Once you're starting to become uneasy, hey, you're governed. That's good. When you're not feeling uneasy about it, okay, that means it's not there yet. Put him there, you'll find. Start to guide. Hey, don't move. There's the inner. Baba said, ultimately, the conscience become the guru. The conscience become the guru, Swami said. So fearlessness means in whatever situation, you live to your ideals. In your life, you are the heroine of your story. You are the hero of your story. When you read at the age of 65, 70, you read your biography, you must, wow, I have done this. Suppose you read your own biography, what story is this? But if you read your story and you yourself are inspired by your story, wow, then that's a story. So this is what it is, fearless. There was this tiger who was there on the stage. He was getting married, so all the other animals came at the bottom of the stage and stood a distance to say congratulations. But all animals paid a lot of respect. So this tiger was very far away. All the other animals came there. Only one kitten jumped on the stage, came near the tiger and said congratulations. So the tiger looked at him and said, wow, how come all the other animals are having fear and you do not have any fear of me? Hey, before marriage, I also was a tiger, okay? Now only I became a cat. Before marriage, I'm a tiger. It's after marriage that I became a cat. So fearlessness means whatever situation and circumstances, you uphold the ideals. Next one. Third point. I have no fear that Swami will be there. Hence, I surrender totally. That's it. Surrender. That means at this point you must know, art of surrendering is you put your head on the thing and you must realize no more problem. That means Swami will take care. There's interesting enough, few months back, I was in Indonesia. And I had a very, very bad throat pain. And people came, about 250 people from all over Indonesia. Indonesia is a very big country. All the leaders have come. And the ladies were giving me lemon juice, lime juice, and don't know what all they gave me. But the voice is not opening. So I stood at the bottom of the stage and I spoke. And nothing is coming out. I said, brother, oh, it was very pathetic. So suddenly, my tears started to come out. I said, listen, Swami, all of them are here. I just let them hear your message. I cannot speak. I'm not sure why it is getting stuck. I kept on rehearsing loudly. The voice is not coming out at all. So I started praying, Swami, you are here. They all have come. I'll just speak your message. Let them hear what you want to say. And then whatever it is, whatever. Please, Swami. So I kept on praying like that for a long, long time. Then the audience announced my name and I was coming up on the stage. I don't know what happened. When I was stepping, there was a staircase here, second staircase. I stepped on the staircase. The staircase went inside. It was on wheels. So when inside, I flipped back and fell on the back. So everybody, just like what you did. So everybody put up and said that. So I got up now, and now I walked to the mic. with a little bit of a pain. I took the mic, and amazing. And it was all recorded on this in the video. Suddenly, I was able to speak for 1 hour, 1.5 hours, very clear. Yes, not so gruff, but the message came out. After 1.5 hours, when you went back to your seat, somebody came and asked me a question, and then when I wanted to open my mouth, the voice came back to the normal side. Like, oh, sorry, very sorry, and went back. Whatever situation, the point is, I have no fear that Swami will be there, and hence I start. Whatever, when you're worried for the examination, study, you must study hard. But there will be something that will tell you to study just before the exam. You open a page, and then there'll be something that you study. And then when you study that, and you go inside, the same question is there. And then you say, of course, even then you don't give credit to Baba. You'll say, you come out and use this 5-letter English word, lucky. Swami will say, hey, come on, man, I'm connected. This is why you got it. So the issue here is that in everything in life, there will be something, some guidance coming into our life. And many, many people here would have come and to tell you this. So these 3 statements, believe in these 3 statements and just integrate it in your life is one of the most amazing navigational compass that can take you out. Fearlessness. Yeah, that one. Do your Dharma well. Yeah, this is one. Dharma. How many of you have read Dharma Vahini? Oh yeah, you already told me that you didn't read. Okay, so so in Dharma Vahini, there is this answer there. And I'm telling you, it's a breakthrough for people who don't. A lot of people, what is Dharma? Do your job well. Do your anchor your thing. It's all very flimsy. It's a scientific term. Swami explains that very clearly in Dharma Vahini. What did he say? Dharma means, click, this is like a table. Dharma means, number 1, Satya. First word. This is 4 words that are going to come out. You just anchor these 4 words. I'm telling you, lifelong, you'll be happy. So, first thing, Satya means, whatever role you take, you become very truthful in that role. Become very authentic in that role. Become sincere, authentic in that role. And integrity. So, that's SAI. Huh? Sincerity, authenticity, and integrity, SAI. So, when you have these 3, you'll find Satya. Now, that means in the role, husband, wife, sincere, authentic. Yeah, real. You must be real. There are a lot of people who are parents. You know, hi, ma, how are you think? Okay, I'm going. This casual conversation. Where are you going? You speak to somebody on the phone for a long time. Matas, who is that you spoke to? Nobody. What did you speak? Nothing. You spoke nothing to nobody for 1 hour. Ooh. Is this the power of mass communication or mass communication? So the point here is that parents, there's no authenticity in the relationship with parents, with family, with things. So truthful means Dharma. Dharma means, am I actually authentically connected to the people who matters to me most? Very real. And continue to be very real in my relationship. Satya, number 1. Number 2, in the workplace. When you're working, why are you working? No, my boss told me to work, I just do. It's nonsense. In the Satya Sai Baba movement, when you're working, you must know, this work now contributes to this part of the department, and this department contributes. So you're now aligning and anchoring to the vision of the organization. So is your work aligning to the overall vision of the organization? That's Dharma. Really dharmic in that sense. And then you should be going to your office boss. I've done this piece of work, but there is this 2 pieces should be done, but nobody is doing it. If you want, I can take it up. If you want, I can do it. Wow, you're willing to even exert beyond your scope of your thing. Yeah, because it has to be done for the sake of the organization. And you exert like that. So Satya means to be literally anchored to truth and aligned to truth. Next one, Baba said, Dharma, Daya. In commercial language, normal work, Daya means compassion. You must have compassion with your teammate. So the second point is that when you're working with anybody, are we working compassionately? Are you working with connecting with everything? Are you empathetic? Third point, when Baba said, the third leg of the table is click. Dana. Dana means, are you giving more? Dana means giving. So in every role you take, are you giving extra, more than what is expected? That is Dharma, more than what is expected. And finally, the fourth one is, this is the best part, is tapas. Tapas means, that means to say you must be in austerity, which means to say tapas means concentration. You go inside, the work must be done in a beautiful way, concentrated way. Remember, the work is supposed to be karma yoga. Karma yoga means union with the thing. Once you're connected inside and you're doing with full concentration, you're connected to yourself. So you enjoy the work. You enjoy the work. Enjoy with your family. When you're with your wife, you must enjoy with your wife. With your spouse, you must enjoy the parents. That's parents. With your family, you must enjoy that moment. Enjoying that moment and giving more to it is dharma, dharmic action taking place at every moment of your life. Then we are in union, we are in spiritual. If you're at home and you're not connected to anybody there, you're in your own world with the technology and this and that, and yet you're at home for all purposes and not connected, then at that moment we are failing in our dharma. So Baba said, these 4 words must be checkpointed and seen whether it's Satya, Daya, Tapas, Dana. Tapas is very good. Now they're calling you for work, especially all these people who took part and did so much work. They were in tapas because not only they have to manage their family, they have to manage their office work, but they have to come and manage this thing, run here, run there, do so many things for us to enjoy. They were literally in austerity. So this is the dharma. Now, the theme of the thing is that you are supposed to be using green. So you are supposed to not have plastic. These badges are supposed to have been done by yourself. You are going waste. So you do it so well here, then you become event manager. Now, when you take this thing out, you decide, when I return back to my center, I want to make all my members of the center become go green. We are waste zero. And you have a consciousness that from this moment onwards, you will drive this mission far. Then you are becoming dharmic to the point of extent where you are now becoming not just event managers, but you are becoming mission drivers. So real Satyasai youth are people who drive the mission for Satyasai. Drive the mission for Satyasai. So are you an event manager or are you a mission driver? You must be driving the mission. Driving the mission means beyond these 4 walls. You must start to think this way. So this is what just the 3 points that I wanted to mention, but there are a few more other points. But there are people who are waving behind and telling me like that, 5 minutes. So this is where, as speakers, we are trained to never look that side. We look here. So we pretend that they don't exist. But anyway, I can see them waving. Time is bad. So this is what it is. Today afternoon, there is another session on question answer session. Maybe some of these points can be reiterated during that particular point. So I hope it was useful. There was some thing. These are all dimension, and all these are from Swami's own teachings. Yeah. I finish off by saying, a patient went to a doctor and told the doctor, doctor, I press here, it pains, I press here, it pains, I press here, it pains, I press here, it pains. Doctor said, don't worry, go for X-ray. So he went for an X-ray, and then he came back, and doctor told him to repeat. He said, I press here, it pains, I press here, it pains, I press. Doctor looked at the X-ray and said, wherever you press will pain because the bone in the finger is broken. So when the mind is fractured, everything will become problematic. With Satyasai, this mind becomes straightened, so you find you have no more problem. You can sail through life beautifully well by connecting to Atma, and that is the consequence of becoming divine. Sai Ram. Thank you, sir.
Well, that was amazing. There's a great way, Dr. Govind does a great job drawing inspiration and, daring us to be the best that we can be. Wow, I'm really touched. I think it's really time for us to stop snoozing that alarm clock, that internal alarm clock. It's time for us to be happy, be fearless, and do your dharma well. And it's time to unleash that pearl inside you, as Dr. Govind said. I think there's one thing that really touched me from his speech yesterday. As you all probably know, I have a fondness for pretending to be on a plane all the time and being a part of the cabin crew. But Dr. Govind's talk really made me realize that I'm not part of any cabin crew. I'm just merely a passenger on Swami's flight. And Swami is really piloting us all through the skies. And we must dare to have faith in our divine pilot.
I think that was a very nice summary. And once again, thank you, Dr. Govind, for your amazing talk. So I think the message is significant for each one of us. So thank you very much once again.